Today I want to talk about the limitations of developing PR, how we go over said limitations, and how you can help us develop PR. I'm a 26-year-old uncle. Here are my thoughts and my thoughts only. Let's begin. The first limitation is the closed source engine. This means that we have the dish, but we don't have the recipe to recreate this dish from scratch. We solve this by going around the engine as much as we can or do forms of reverse engineering if needed. What you see here is the second limitation of PR development. We're across the world in different time zones. This makes it hard to organize events like filming or testing sessions. We address this by using Coordinated Universal Time, also known as UTC. In UTC, a time zone is an area that is this amount of hours to and from the center of the world. If you live in Arizona, you're in UTC -7, meaning that you live 7 hours behind the center of the world. Let's give a scenario where we schedule a filming session at 12 a.m. at UTC time. If you live in Arizona, you have to be there by 5 o'clock in the afternoon at your time because you live in UTC -7. If you live in Turkey, you live in UTC +3. That means you have to arrive there by 3 o'clock in the morning at your time. Our final limitation is technical debt. Technical debt is using the simple way that becomes expensive over time, and I'll use an example with mapping and PR. If you want to learn how to make maps for PR, you have to go to the forums and find a post that's still alive. Imagine we did the same thing for learning how to play the game. If we want to learn how to be a medic, we have to go to the forums to search on how to be a medic. Learning PR might be difficult had we not had the manual or the videos out there on YouTube. My solution to this was to create a site that's like the manual, but for making things for PR. Now that's all for the technical limitations of PR, and now I want to discuss how you can help us improve PR. First, you can contribute to localizing project reality. Localization means you translate the game to your region's language and culture. You can also update the PR manual, which has been outdated for a while now. I recommend using software like Claude or ChatGPT for this. Doing this requires you to understand GitHub Desktop and the concept of version control. Version control is like a time machine for your project. If you make a mistake, you can go back in time to the last working version of your project. Other ways include submitting detailed bug reports and potentially joining the QA tester team. So that's all for this video. Please comment your feedback and ideas for a future video. I'm thinking about making a video on how I use AI for PR development. Thank you everyone for watching, liking, disliking, subscribing, unsubscribing, and hating.